Hello, my name is Jose Miranda Velasquez, and this video is for BSN 366-01. I'm going to demonstrate the neurovascular assessment video. I'm in my Nightingale scrubs. You can see my badge. I have Ms. Ruby Cairns behind me. Do you consent to being recorded?
Yes.
Did you volunteer for this video?
Yes.
Perfect. From here, we're going to start by verifying our doctor's orders. We're going to gather our supplies. I have my Q-tip, my pen, my paper clip, and my reflex hammer. We're going to enter the patient's room and close the door behind us for patient privacy. Perform hand hygiene. Hi, my name is Jose. I'm one of the nurses here today. Can I have you please state your name, your date of birth, and medical record number if you know it?
Ruby Cairns, 12591.
Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Cairns. I'm going to go ahead and verify that on the wristband. Make sure I identify the two patient identifiers to make sure that this is our patient. Okay? And then from there, I'm going to explain to my patient what it is that we're doing, as well as communicate with my patient throughout the whole process what it is that we're doing so that she knows what we're doing in general. Okay, Ms. Cairns, today we're going to be doing a neurovascular assessment on you. This is to assess your sensory and motor functions. And sometimes throughout the process, I'm going to have you close your eyes. We're going to touch you throughout your body. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so for the first exam, what we're going to do is called a sensory response to touch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch you with the Q-tip, and I have a soft side and a sharper side. And when I ask you, I'm going to have you close your eyes, and I'm going to touch your arm, and then I want you to let me know if you feel a sharp touch or a soft touch, okay? Go ahead and close your eyes.
Soft. Sharp. Soft. Sharp.
Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Cairns. Okay, so that concluded the Q-tip portion of this assessment. All right, so the next thing what we're going to do is going to be perception of movement, okay? So for this, I'm going to have you hold your hands up or out. We're going to lift a finger and then push it down. You let me know if it's up or down, and then we're going to do the same thing for your toes, okay? Ready? Go ahead and close your eyes.
Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up.
Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Cairns. All right, so this has concluded the portion of the toes and the fingers of the perception of movement. From here, we're going to do our what is called our 2-point discrimination. I'm going to take my paper clip and I'm going to touch my patient's arm with it. So what you're going to do is you let me know if you feel 2 points or 1 point. Throughout the process of documentation, I need to ensure that I document the distance that she basically feels between the 2 points, and then record that as well, okay? Okay, Ms. Cairns. I have my paper clip here. Close your eyes.
2. 2. 1.
Perfect.
2. 2. 1.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, so that concludes the portion of the 2-point discrimination in itself. Moving forward, I am going to place a object in Miss Cairns' hand, and I'm going to have her close her eyes. It's I need her to identify what it is I have in her hand. Okay, Miss Cairns, go ahead and close your eyes.
A pen.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So that portion of itself is done. Moving forward, what I'm going to have her do is I'm going to have her hold her hands up or out, and I'm going to draw a number or a shape on the palm of her hand, and I'm going to see if she can identify what it is that I drew. Okay? Ready? Go ahead and close your eyes.
3.
Perfect, that is correct. I drew the number 3 on the palm of her hand. Okay? All right, so moving forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be testing the reflex is. So I'm going to take my hammer and I'm going to gently hit your left, or pardon, your right arm on the bicep portion, and then we'll do the same thing for your knee, okay? All right, I'm gonna grab my reflex hammer. Using the sharp pointing side, I'm going to take her arm and I'm going to locate her bicep, and then look for the bicep tendon, and I'm looking for movement in the arm or the hand. Perfect. I would say that is expected. It's 2+, and then from there I'm going to move down to the knee, look for the patella, and then go right slightly below it, which is going to be the patellar tendon, and I'm looking for movement. I'm going to strike with the wider side of my reflex hammer. Ready? All right. Perfect. That movement is normal. I would say it's 2+. I do want to go back and mention that when we're striking the bicep, we want to strike the back of our thumb. That way we protect our patient and don't cause any unnecessary necessary harm. Okay, so from there, I'm going to still hold my reflex hammer, and what I'm looking to do is draw a J backwards. So I'm going to take my sharp pointy side, and I'm going to draw along the edge, going up towards the pinky toe, and I'm going to draw my J to end under my big toe, or her big toe. And what I'm looking for is any movement, any twitching, anything that might seem abnormal. Okay, so go ahead and lift your leg up for me. All right, I'm going to take the pointy portion and I'm going to draw my J. Perfect. I saw some movement in the toes, and which would indicate that is a normal response for an adult. So a normal response typically is no response or curling of the toes. An abnormal response in an adult would be flaring of the toes themselves. Okay, so then for the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assess for ankle clonus. So what we're going to have our patient do is she's going to straighten out her legs one more time. And what we're looking to do is we're going to dorsiflex the foot 2 to 3 times. And what we're looking for is we're going to feel, and then we're going to look for the continued dorsiflexion or twitching in the legs or the feet, which would at that time indicate that it's positive for clonus. So we're going to have you dorsiflex. I'm going to put my hammer down. I'm going to have you dorsiflex your, well, I'll explain here. So I'll dorsiflex your foot, and what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to see if there's any movement, okay, any abnormal movement. Okay, so I'll take my leg up. Okay, perfect. So I didn't see any abnormal movement or any unnecessary movement, which would be no response, which would be a negative ankle clonus. I do want to mention that throughout the test, throughout the exam, in a real life scenario, we do need to check both limbs bilaterally, both left and right, both the feet as well, on both sides, so that we get our adequate readings on our test itself. Okay, moving forward, what I'm going to have you do, Ms. Karen, well, first and foremost, what we're going to be testing is called a cerebellar function and procreation. And what I'm going to have you do is close your eyes. I'm going to have you extend your arms out like a T. Perfect. And I want you to bring one finger and touch your nose. Perfect. Now the other side. Perfect. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. Perfect. Good. I'd say that's good contact. You can stop now. Bring your arms down. So for that, I would say that it's good contact. I'd say the movement is fluid and consistent, so that I'd say that's normal. The next one I'm going to be doing, Ms. Karen, is called a coordination and fine motors. So what we're looking to do is we are looking to have you place your hands palm up on your knees, and what I'm going to have you do is flip them back and forth. Perfect. You can go ahead and stop. I would say that in itself is a normal response to that. what I'm gonna have you do as well is it's called a flipper action. What I'm gonna have you do is do the same with your feet. And I want you to alternate, kind of like you're stepping on the gas pedals. Perfect. That is perfect there. I'd say that is positive and a good response in that. After that test is conducted, we want to go ahead and move forward, and we want to, since there's no hesitation with the feet, I'm going to have her go ahead and stand. And what we're looking to do is to test for our ROM burst test. Now I want you to go ahead and stand. I'm going to have my arms out here for protection. I don't want you to go ahead and, I don't want you to fall. Go ahead and take a step back for me. And what I'm going to have you do is, I'm going to have you close your eyes. And what we're looking to do is observe our patient. We want to look for any swing or any loss of balance. So go ahead and hold your arms down out to your side. Go ahead and close your eyes. And what we're looking to observe is we're looking to observe for a whole minute. Some swing is normal. What we're looking to do is to make sure that there is our patient's nice and stable, and we're looking to make sure that there's no significant swing, no significant loss of balance. Perfect. You're doing great. About 15 more seconds here, okay? Okay, you're doing great. Pardon, my calculations were off. We are at 15 more seconds right from this moment. So like I said, we want to observe our patient for a whole minute, and we're looking to see if there's any swaying back and forth. We don't want them to fall. Of course, that's why we're here, to ensure safety. Perfect. Go ahead and take a seat, please. Oh, yeah, go ahead and take a seat. So there's not a lot of swing or not a lot of movement within itself. So to me, that is normal. And then we can continue our on to our last portion of the exam. Ms. Karen, I'm going to have you stand up, and I'm going to have you take a few steps that way and then take a few steps back. And I'm going to assess my patient. I'm going to look. I'm going to make sure that we have steady gait. Perfect. Go ahead and take a seat. So Ms. Cairns was able to walk. And what I'm looking to make sure is I'm looking for the gait. I'm looking for posture. I'm looking for rhythm, stride, and arm swing. So to me, her walking back and forth, which was perfect for me. She had a good pace. There was no shuffling at the feet. Both feet were passing each other. She's got an adequate and appropriate arm swing. I'd say to me that's normal. Okay, from here on out, that concludes the portion of the test. What we're looking to do before we leave the room is to make our patient comfortable. Make sure that the call out is within arm's reach. Make sure that the bed is at its lowest position. Ms. Cairns, can I get you anything before I leave?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Perfect. At that point, I would perform my hand hygiene. I would go ahead and exit the room and then go and document my findings. Okay, this is my video. It concludes. Thank you so much.